We do fun things, because I normally don't go outside. I'm an indoor guy, man. But my wife's exciting, and I want to stay exciting. So I try not to shoot down ideas. Like, she asked me once, she's like, do you want to go rock climbing? And I was like, what kind of rock climbing? See, that's a better answer than hell no, you know? What kind of rock climbing? And she goes, indoor rock climbing. I'm like, hell yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds up my speed. Why would we go outside to do it for real? Why? I'm not trying to be in a documentary, you know? Let's just go inside and do it for fake. Yeah? So we went indoor rock climbing. I don't know if you guys have ever been indoor rock climbing. It's still pretty intimidating. All right, you walk in, it's a bunch of dudes that look like they love indoor rock climbing. Just a bunch of dudes. And then they got the thighs with the... Have you ever seen the dudes with the thighs with the peaks and the valleys? And they're proud of them. They wear little shorts and they just come out like, hey, did you see it from that angle? And you're like, yeah, I get it. Your thighs have abs for some reason. That's incredible. So it's already intimidating. And then I'm there, and then they put you in this harness. Now, if you've ever worn a rock climbing harness, what it does, if you're a fella, is it just bunches up your sensitive areas and just puts them on display for everyone to see. So I put this on, now I'm just walking around this rock climbing gym, just me and a bunch of dudes, just like, well, all right, that's what you brought to the party, all right? This is what I got going on. So it's pretty intimidating. And then we go over to the wall, and this wall is pretty high up. It's like 50 feet. And there's two ways to climb. You can do an automatic belay, and that's where a machine holds you, or you can do traditional, where a loved one holds you from behind and may or may not end your relationship. So we decided to go automatic belay. We're bringing in the machines for this one. And I remember the kid hooked me up, and the kid Clay with his flat-billed hat, like, he doesn't care. He just gets to climb for free if he hooks you into this thing. And he's like, oh yeah, as long as this is hooked in, you won't die. And I'm like, why would you say die? I'm pretty sure they train you not to say die. I would imagine, you know? That would be the most embarrassing death of all time. If I died doing that and that word got out, did you hear Zoltan died? Oh my God, what happened? He was rock climbing. Ooh, no. It was indoor. You guys would be like, oh, how? The floor is padded. How did he do that? That'd be like dying going indoor skydiving. You're like, how does that? I don't know. Someone must have hit the reverse switch on the fan. Turn that into a blender, you know? I always love the reaction to that joke because you guys are like, is that a button that they would have? I would assume not. So anyway, I'm locked into the automatic belay, and I climbed. You know what I found out? I'm pretty badass at rock climbing. I got up to the top in like 5 seconds. Like a cat up to the top. The hard part's actually coming down, because you don't climb down, you rappel down, like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. You push off, you come back, you push off, you come back, and you just power hump your way down this rock. And I'm up there, and it's hard to let go. It's really hard to let go, because Emma's like, hurry up, and I'm like, shut up, don't rush me. And she's like, you're good, the automatic belay has you. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's supposed to work, but a lot of things are supposed to work. How many videos are there online where you're like, oh, look, that didn't work at all. Look at him go. So I'm not just gonna trust it. So I put a little weight in my ass, and I was like, all right, cool, I feel it, it's got me. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to push evenly with both feet. So you go back evenly, come down, come back to the rock evenly, push off, power hump your way down. But they didn't make that clear during the instructions, because when Clay with the flat-billed hat told me that, he was mentioning that information while he was putting on my genital harness, and that really needed to be two separate conversations, all right? You can't slip in need-to-know information when you're messing around down there, because I'm not listening to you, I'm just watching your thumbs. That's all I'm doing. So apparently while he was doing that, he's like, make sure you use 2 feet, and I'm just hearing wah, 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 wah. I'm like, where's that phalange going, you know? So I'm up there. When I push off, I didn't push evenly. I pushed harder with one foot than the other. So instead of going back even, I went back sideways. And now I'm going down, but now I'm coming back to the rock sideways. So all those little nubs I climbed, I hit every one of them coming down like a human plinko. It felt like 50 people lined up to sock me in the ribs, and I'm just going down, da, da, da. And I look down, and there's my wife and Clay just laughing at me. And I'm just staring at my bouquet of genitalia going, I am an indoor cat. I shouldn't be out here. Meant to be indoors.
You're all here to see him. I've known him. He's one of my oldest friends in comedy. I've known him for 17 years. I'm so glad to see how well he's doing. I've loved him. I will always love him. Give it up for the very funny Zoltan Kaszas, everyone.
Some excitement. Yay! Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I love it. You guys are trying, but it is Wednesday, isn't it? You can't fight it. You feel it in your bones. You're like, yeah, what is missing? Oh my God, there's still 2 more days left before fun happens. I forgot about that. One more time for Rui and Billy. Make it loud for them. I like that. I love that introduction. I love him, and I will always love him. And he just made eye contact. That's who he is in the back, by the way. He just goes, yeah, man, did you know about the home? He's like my smartest, dumbest sounding friend. I don't know if anyone has that in your friend circle where you're like, wait, what'd you just say? And then you Google it, and you're like, are you a genius? He's like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's like Boomhauer from King of the Hill, where it's just like ramblings, but every once in a while we're like, wait a second, did you just solve a problem? What was... I don't know, man. Sometimes I just... But I love that dude. He watched me punch a guy in the face once, so that was fun. Yeah, I've only punched one guy in the head, and he was there for it. And but it was a sucker punch. I waited till he wasn't looking at me, and then It's a street fight. We're not fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. This was outside a bar, and he cornered me. And then after we got in the car, Billy didn't say anything to me. He just goes, "Man, that guy was real big." I was like, "Oh my God, he was big." He's like, "Yeah, I can't believe you did that." I love that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up on a Wednesday. I really appreciate it. A lot of, and it rained. Honestly, they told me the show was sold out, and I'm like, yeah, but it rained. So we'll see if it's really sold out. Because, this is Southern California. I saw the rain, and I'm like, do we have to go do the show? I'm a fair weather. I like postcard weather. That's when I leave the house. When I see it's wet, you can't drive in that. I just drive up from San Diego up here, and it's just, I don't know what, California roads are made out of what they make urinals out of. Where it's like the liquid hits it and it just sprays up instead of soaking it in. And you're like, first of all, why would you make urinals that way? Because my pants are here, but why would you make roads that way? We got it, and it's just and I don't drive well in it. I'm not one of those people no one knows how to drive. I'm part of the problem. Something happens when the sun goes down and it starts raining. We're like, where did the lanes go? And then my car still sees the lanes. They're like, they're right there, buddy. Everything's fine. I'm like, I don't see them. And I can never get the wipers at the right pace. It never rains at the intensity. I need intermediate settings. The delay settings where they're like, do you mean bwah bwah? Or do you mean bwah bwah? And I'm like, in between that. That's the one I need. And it's never right. It's always like, that's too many droplets. That's too many droplets. And then it's like, how about now? And you're like, no. That's why I don't do the intermediate. I keep my finger right on it, and I'm like, now! 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 That's... The machines have never figured it out. I need manual control. That's who I am. Don't even get me started on automatic windows, all right? They go too fast or too slow. I'm looking for something a little cooler. Give me a hand crank. Yeah, that was a drive, man. I always love coming up here because it's I know people have picked on Ontario so far tonight. I'm not here to pick on your town, all right? But it is an in-between town, okay? It's in between, because there's a lot of people that live here, and there's a lot of people headed to Vegas, and there's a lot of people headed to Palm Springs, and then some people were like, we're living here. So it's just a mixture. And that's why it's crazy, because they mixed the 15 and the 10, and then there's the 91, and people were like, I don't know. And it's a mess out there. Because I've been coming to this club for a long time. I have a lot of history at this club. I was once heckled by a gang member that was sitting right around there, and he had an eye patch. I'll never forget this. He had an eye patch, and not like one you get at a hospital. This was like a pirate's eye patch. And I was like, what happened to your eye? And I shouldn't ask that, apparently. I thought that was a fair question to ask, because that's like a pirate's eye patch. I don't think they hand that out at the emergency room. You know, they give you like a proper look, and he just had a pirate's eye patch. And I'm like, what's up with the eye? And he just started yelling, and he got up and doing gang signals. And I was like, I'm like, is that what happened to the eye? Like, was it gang related? And I was like, please get me off this stage. I've had terrifying moments. I got a concussion at this comedy club. I was beat up by 2 professional wrestlers. Back in 2009, they were trying to shoot like a demo for a TV show, like an Extreme Gong Show type of thing. And then, so I was supposed to come up as a comedian. And like the idea was that we do poorly and these wrestlers scare us off. And so the first 2 comedians did poorly, and the wrestlers came up, scared them off. And then I was like, I'm not gonna suck. Like I was supposed to. I'm like, I saw a packed crowd. I don't get to perform in front of packed crowds. And I was like 21, and I'm like, I'm gonna do good. And then so I went on stage, and it's going good. And then the wrestlers come to kick me off, and the crowd was like, what? We like him. But they had to stick to the script, and they threw a chair in my face. And I'm here to tell you, it's not fake. All right, it wasn't a magic chair. They went to Home Depot before. It had the receipt still on it. It came flying. He hit me so hard, snot flew out of my nose, and I wasn't sick. So this came from like. I didn't just get over a cold. I had not been sick for many months. This came like deep in my sinuses, and it just went, rah! And I remember I was on the ground right there, and there was a lady right where you are, and it just went, gross! And I was like, and then they picked me up and they put me on a table, and then Rob Van Dam picked up a man named Sabu and dropped him on me. And what a disaster. That was my first concussion. And I didn't know that. I didn't know, concussions, we know about concussions now. This is 2009 when, like, the NFL was fun and, like, you could, like, drill a quarterback and people were like, kill him. People were into that. And so they definitely weren't going to care about a comedian. So I've had a lot of history in this small gang member, got some concussions. It's been good. That's why I'm like, yeah, we're doing it. And you guys are like, it's Wednesday. Why don't you calm down? I don't know, I guess that's the day and age where this is the only choices you have. You either like focus on yourself or you watch the news and go on social media. And I'm like, I'll just focus on this storm. Every time I turn on the news, the planes are falling out of the sky, and I'm like, that's how I do work. I don't know what happened to planes. What happened to planes in the last month? Planes are like, I don't know. And they're like, what? How do you know? They've been flying so good for 100 years, and they're like, we forgot. And that helicopter's like, up? No. And then I know it's scary to talk about. I got a flight on Friday, all right? So I'm thinking about it. I'm looking out there, because sometimes you're flying and you see another plane, and you're like, where's that one going? Is that one coming? Hey! Just do a U-turn, man. You don't need to cut over all these lanes of traffic. But those are the 2 options you have. That's where we are at life. Like, I don't know. I hung out with my friends at the Super Bowl, and I don't know. I can't tell if they're sad or just 37. But my friends just have like this unshakable sadness to them that I think I have too. And we're just like, how's it going? We're like, pretty good. Pretty good. Taking the boat out next week. And you're like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, that should be happy, right? And they're like, yeah, I'm having a great time. And I'm like, oh my God, am I looking at myself? Like, do you ever catch a reflection of yourself you're not ready for? Like, you know, you just like a quick one. You're like, whoa, oh, that person's miserable. Oh, that's me. All right. Like that shocking reflection. You're like, man, warn me next time you're going to show me myself. I had to pee too. I had to pull over on the 405 and pee when everyone was doing 7 miles an hour, which it's so bad. It sucks. We've all been there. You know, you don't have time to pull over because then the roads right off the interstate are also backed up. So if you pull over to pee at like a Starbucks, you got to buy some. They're going to have to give you a code. Then you're going to have to go back. What was it? 3578? 3578? Hey, look at me. Is it 3578? My teeth are floating here, buddy. We got to be on the same page. And then you got to run back and do that. And then you got to get back in the car and then wait in 7 mile an hour to get back onto the interstate to do less speed. And then I'm like, I'm just going to urinate on the interstate. And it's such a vulnerable feeling to just be on the interstate. And I open the door, like, yeah, that'll give me some privacy. So I'm just peeing behind my own door. And I'm like, yep, this adulthood, you know? And it's slow enough that I could hear, like, someone rolled down their window and went, ugh! And I'm like, man, you got wet a little to yell that. Because there's an atmospheric river out there. I've never had to put on a raincoat to go pee before, but I had my little hood on. I was wet. It was all from the rain. I have impeccable aim in all the elements. I like it. This room is everything in this mall is too big for what this town is. Including the size of your comedy club. You're like, we need 500 seats. It's like, calm down, all right? What's the other thing you got going on? The Strawberry Festival? Calm down. It's too much mall. It's too much comedy club. Let's reel it in. I do like your Strawberry Festival. I remember I lived in LA for a short time, and my buddy grew up in Camarillo, and he was like, buddy, I'm going to take you to the Strawberry Festival. I'm like, what's that? And he goes, dude, we go over there, we drink, we smoke in the parking lot, and then we eat a bunch of strawberries. And I'm like, that sounds amazing. And then we did all those things, and we went in, and I'm like, oh yeah, but there's kids. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind that this would be a family event. I was 21. Remember being dumb at 21? And you're like, yeah, we're going to get all messed up and just plow strawberries on a Saturday afternoon. And then there's just kids on like strawberry-shaped seesaws and they're wearing strawberry hats. And I'm like, you didn't tell me there's going to be kids here. And he's like, yeah, what'd you think? I don't like being messed up around children. I feel weird because I always like, anytime I'm like a little off kilter and then there's kids around, I always want to be like, stay in school, you know, like something. And you don't need to say that. You don't need to say that. But we're here, Shank Hall, Milwaukee, on a Friday. I know. Yeah, it's hard to get excited. I get it. It's still kind of the summer. And it was cloudy, but you're here. It was a building named aggressively. Some of you turned to loved ones, and you're like, where are you going? I'm going to Shank Hall. Leave the light on, all right? But I love it, because you come in, and it's exactly what you want it to be. Just a bunch of pictures and good lighting. It feels warm. There's carpet. I love it. Good, thick carpet, just like your old airport. So I don't think I've ever landed in Milwaukee before. Today was my first time landing in Milwaukee. And great. I liked it. But you can tell, anytime you can tell how old an airport is as soon as you put that rolly bag down. And if it's like, oh, we got thick carpet. All right. This was built before. before they started putting wheels on luggage. This is back in the 80s when people used to carry their bags like men, just carry them. And now we got wheels. That needs to be hardwood for the quick squeak squeak, you know? But I like it. The rental car station was right there, right next. That's where you want it to be. I don't like a shuttle. I don't like that. I don't know what I don't know what people did to shuttle drivers that make them drive the way they do. They're like, oh, did you just get off a flight in the middle of the air? And you didn't get nauseous? Well, check this out. Because I have a school bus with the worst suspension you've ever seen. And we got a lot of turns to get over to the rental car station. Oh boy, get ready for a little nausea. But not here. I like it. It was connected. It's connected, but it also looked temporary at the same time. I don't know if you've rented a car at your own airport. That would be weird if you did. Something horrible happened that day if you had to take an Uber to the airport with no luggage. That looks like you're there for an event. That looks like you're there for something you're going to be on the news for later. If an Uber driver drops you off at the airport without any luggage, you're like, no, I'm here to pick up a rental car. Our car's broken. So if you don't know, there's a rental car thing. It's connected to the airport, but it's temporary. There's no hard signs. You get over there, it's just little sandwich boards that you don't even pay attention to. They're like, are you trying to get rental cars? Go down the elevator. And you don't see that. You're on the phone going, I don't know what I'm doing. And then you miss it. You miss it 4 times and you get down there and it just looks like they're closing up all the time. It looks like they're getting ready to move the rental car shack to somewhere else. But yeah, that was my day coming in. It was nice. Almost didn't make it. Flew in from New York City, and my flight got delayed. They delayed it the night before. Do you ever have that? Where you have a flight the next day, and they let you know the night before? They're like, don't even bother waking up. Your flight's later. And you're like, that's not a good start. That's never good when they delay your flight 12 hours before. You're like, that's not weather related. Something's wrong with the plane, they're missing a plane, or they're missing human beings. And so I showed up a couple hours later, went to the gate that was supposed to say Milwaukee, and it said Portland, Maine. And it said the flight had left. And I don't know if you've ever had that, where you go to the gate and it doesn't say the city you want to go to, and it says the city that it did say that plane's gone. And then you're looking at your phone and you're like, yeah, this is the gate you're supposed to be at. Then I Google it and Google's like, yeah, that's where you're supposed to be at. So it's just me and a bunch of strangers that don't want to talk to each other. We're just kind of giving each other the eye, like, you trying to get to Milwaukee? You're just trying to judge everybody based on their cholesterol levels. Like, are you trying to... You're going to Milwaukee, aren't you? Just be straight up with me. You're going to Milwaukee, alright? And so we're all doing that. And then some poor Delta employee just, like, stumbled behind the counter. And he's like, his first words are, I'm not supposed to work this flight. That was his opening sentence. After the flight was already supposed to take off 10 minutes ago, and we're all just standing there not knowing. He's like, I don't know. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to work at another counter, but I noticed no one was here and everyone looks confused. Just so you know, that information is from that plane that already left. Your plane, I don't think, is here yet, but I think when it shows up, new information will come up on the board. He took 10 minutes to let us know he knew less than we did. I don't know if I'm shocked I'm here right now. I can't believe I made it here. I'm like, this is the guy. No one even called him to be there. He was just walking by going, yeah, that's the airline I work for. I better start talking. Or this is going to be about 100 bad Yelp reviews. But I made it, you know. It's been a wild week, man. Wild week. Did you guys see that guy who broke out of prison? Yes. Did you guys see that? I saw that on while I was waiting for my flight that didn't take off. I had a lot of time to scroll videos. There's a man who broke out of a penitentiary, a full-on prison in like Philadelphia, I think. I forget where it happened. But if you didn't see it, they have security footage of it. And it's wonderful, because the way he did it is I don't know how to do this without doing it, but he climbed the wall by putting his legs there and his arms there, and he reverse Spider-Man'd it up and jumped a wall. It was amazing. It was like, honestly, it just looked like he was filming like a TikTok challenge and accidentally escaped prison along the way. That's what it looked like. It looked like he was like, yeah, we got time to kill, check this out. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then he's like, wait a second. Yeah. And then just drilled it over the top. That was amazing. I feel like, man, how embarrassing is that for the guy who designed the prison? You know, that guy's probably a retired architect at home having coffee with his wife. And his wife probably found it. And she's like, didn't you design that prison? And he's like, yes. And then he had to watch the video of that guy going, scoop, 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 scoop. I'm like, well, I didn't think of that. Either that or he did. And he was just like, you know, like really creative design. And people are like, did you make it so nobody can escape? It's like, pretty much. Unless they think outside the box. But that's why I love that there's security cameras everywhere, because everything is getting caught now. Everything is getting caught. I love that everyone has a Ring doorbell. I love it. My whole Instagram feed is just footage of people coming home and tripping on their porch. And I love it. I love it. I think that's mostly what people are catching. It's catching like maybe 1% of porch pirates. Which that's not even a video. It's just some guy looking in the camera going, uh-huh, and then he runs off. Especially in the winter when people come out, their whole thing's frozen up. They're out there with like a dislocated back. I don't even know if that's an injury, but probably. And then their significant others just laughing, going, got the Ring doorbell. This is why we got it. Rented a car. I got a nice rental car. I got an Audi A3, which is very nice. I know. I drive I own a Honda Fit, so this is it's a big upgrade for me. You don't know how long it took me to figure out how to raise the volume on the radio. It was embarrassing. I was on the road just trying to figure out, you know what it was? I'd never seen this before. There's a circle and it's a touch screen. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, yeah. It just went, you go bloop, you just run your finger on, there's no nut, you just run your finger on it like you snuck into the kitchen at midnight to get a little bit of peanut butter on your gums. You just run it and then there's the tunes. I was embarrassed how long that took me. I'm embarrassed how long a lot of things take me. I don't know, man. Like because my wife and I, we keep thinking about having kids, but then like I'm like, I should know more stuff. Like I remember, because kids ask questions. I was on a flight once, and there was a young kid next to his mother, and he's like, how do airplanes fly, Mommy? And she answered. And I leaned in, because I was like, yeah, how do airplanes fly? I'm not 100% sure. And she answered the question. It was early. I doubt she got a full night's sleep. And she's like, well, honey, something. I dozed off. I didn't get it. I think she said, well, it goes really fast, and then it's got the arms out. Like, I wouldn't be good at that. Like, if I had a kid, and like, Daddy, how do airplanes go? I'm like, I don't know. We're in the back, so we don't need to know. That's for that guy up there to know. We paid $400. That's how it flies, sweetheart. Paid $400, and then it magically goes. I just feel like you're supposed to know stuff. I'm embarrassed how long it took me to find out that raisins are grapes. 33. That's when and not that I didn't, it's not that I was stupid, I just never thought of it. It never came up. And then one day I was like, someone had a picture, it was like online, of raisins and grapes, and they were like, and I was like, whoa! Oh my God, I can't have kids. I gotta at least live a life 10 more years, learn some more stuff before I start raising something. It's hard, man. I'm also not, I feel like you have to be patient with the kid, and sometimes I try to be, but it depends on the hour of the day, you know. Like Miso, our cat, she eats too much, so she throws up, and I woke up to her throwing up on our bed. It was like at 6 a.m. early, and I was asleep, and I just heard, blah, 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 you know? And my first thought was, I thought it was Emma obnoxiously drinking water. That's what I thought it was. My first thought was, seriously? You're just gonna some water right now? I don't even know why I thought that. She doesn't drink like that. I've never heard my wife drink like that, but for some reason, oh, Emma. Just glurping water. And then I opened my eyes and there's Miso going, and I just went, damn it, no! And I shoved her off. And I tried to get her before she yacked on the comforter, but it was too late. She had already yacked on the comforter, and so she left a trail that went to the carpet. And that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready for kids. You can't do that to a kid. You can't wake up and have a baby going, nay! Can't do that. They frown on that from what I've seen in the documentaries. Not ready. I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know if my wife's ready either. Like, she loves the cats, but I don't think she thinks about them all the time. We had a fire at it wasn't a fire at our apartment, but it was a fire somewhere on our street. But we couldn't tell. Like, the fire department was everywhere. They knocked on our building's, like, buzzer. And then we came down. They're like, is there a fire? And we're like, is there a fire? Like, what a weird way to ask. No, I don't know. And they're like, it must be somewhere else. So we ran outside. And then once we were outside, I'm like, oh, my God, the cats. And she goes, there's no time. And I'm like, the building's not even on. What do you mean there's no time? They'll let me know. Like, oh my God, if there's a fire in the middle of the night and I don't wake up, I don't even think I'll get a nudge. I don't even think I'll get a courtesy, hey! She'll just be out there throwing rocks at the window. Going, I tried. I don't know. I tried. I was already in a Red Cross tent wearing a blanket having cocoa. I tried to get you, but you weren't in time. Wow. It's wonderful. Yeah. I don't know. I've forgiven I don't think I was ever mad at my mother, but I forgive her. I don't know. Maybe that was a Freudian slip right there. I'm like, I don't think I was ever mad at her. Maybe. I don't know. She's wonderful. She's funny. She's funny without trying to be. Just because she's Hungarian and English is her second language. We had a family friend who had a baby, and she texted me a photo, and in the text underneath, she wrote, Marika just had her baby was just burned. And you know that's not what she meant. Like, she wanted to say borned. And then, but she wrote burned, and I laughed. And I'm like, because clearly I could tell the baby wasn't burned. It was a healthy baby. They were in a hospital. You guys were like, wait, what happened? What was happening in this photo? While you were just laughing like a maniac. Happy, healthy baby. But my mom had a typo. And then I texted her back. I'm like, do you mean burned or borned? And then the phone auto-corrected me to burned. So I texted back, burned or burned? And that's when I found out borned isn't a word. Like, you see what I mean? I'm not ready for kids. Like, I need to learn more things. Like, I was texting her back to make fun of her English, and I don't know it either. So I'm like, yeah, borned. Everyone likes being borned. Yeah. It's wild. It was as a wrestling fan. Oh, thank you so much. welcome to Wisconsin. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. I was done. I was like, oh, once I finish, I'll order one. But you guys just came in and like, he looks like he'll be thirsty soon. Oh, you got the right beer? Or no, that's a different one, but I like it. Spotted Cow? Oh, that's the local. All right. Well, I'll have to give that a taste. Wisconsin only? No, you guys don't export. No, there's no, all right, you guys are being a little North Korea about this beer right now. Someone's being a real Kim Jong-un about the local IPA, apparently. Nothing leaves our borders. This is for Wisconsinites. If I see that beer in Illinois, I swear. It's wonderful. I wouldn't have known that. Spotted Cow, only in Wisconsin. I'm gonna say that in Madison. I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna be like, you know, this is only in Wisconsin, and they're gonna be like, how does he know us so well? He's a magician. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it, shared it, subscribed to it, hit the notification bell, do all the things YouTube makes you want to do. Other than that, I wanted to let you know that I'm constantly on tour, so go to my website, zoltancomedy.com, and see if I'm coming to a town near you. Thank you kindly. But yeah, I'm a Delta guy, so I'm a Delta Platinum, not to flex on you guys, but I'm flexing on you guys, which is also not a flex. If you're the highest tier of any airline, that just means you don't see your family. That's all that means. That means you're a stranger when you come home, and your phone doesn't remember the Wi-Fi. That's what that means. You fly a lot?
I work for sales. I actually travel 100%.
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. You're like Del Griffith from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You're just going around. Shower curtain rings? What are you selling? What do you sell? Sorry, that's my favorite movie. I'm gonna reference Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, especially around this time of year. What are you working? What's your company?
I work for luxury real estate marketing.
Luxury real estate marketing. Whoa. All right. But you're not a realtor.
No.
Okay, so you come in, and you're like, what if we put a ficus over here? Yeah? Nice. Yeah. This mansion isn't selling. What about this lamp? Yeah. Be more excited. This is it. All right. Yay. All right, we did it. Yeah, look at us. Clap it up one more time for Grace and Bob. Make it loud for them. I feel so bad for Grace. She's been having to hang out with us in the green room, and Bob's just being himself the whole time. That's who Bob is all the time. It's not like he's back there just reading Tolstoy or something. And he loves those red boots, too. He has a special carrying case for him. Like, he brings the luggage, and then they're in little bags, and he brings them out, and he's like, oh, I gotta put my boots on, Daddy. And he just mutters. That's who he is. He just mutters stuff. He passed me in the hall, and he's like, have fun out there. And I'm like, thanks, Bob. And he goes, 9/11. And then he just... That's who Bob is. He just says 9/11 for no reason. It's his favorite thing, 9/11. One time we were at the airport, and I'm like, you have to stop doing that. They're not gonna let us on the plane, buddy. We gotta get to where we're going. And we're here, man. We're here in Charlotte. This is beautiful. I love the club. I like this whole, I don't know what all this is. You guys, the city was like, you can have entertainment, but you gotta cram it into one. We'll allow fun times, but it has to be on one old high school looking campus situation with different parking lots. Right now you're in faculty parking. That's where you are. And then elementary schools at the end. You look confused. Are you following along? Everything's I'll bring you along. It's weird here. I like it because it looks so inviting, and then you come in and I just see people getting screened with metal detectors, and I'm like, what's going on in the Queen City? You know? I've been here since yesterday. I'm trying to get the vibe. I can't tell what's going on. I don't know. Everyone's like, yeah, it's great here. It's wonderful. Can you walk me to my car? And I'm like, well, which one is it? And even now, I brought it up. You guys are like, we don't know what's going on. I mean, I like it. I can't judge one way or the other. I've only been here 2 days. I've been enjoying it. I've been staying in the hotel, and it's really nice. Bob gave out our hotel, gave out his room number. That was pretty wild. That's his accurate room. Wow. All right, Bob. I'm just picturing him in his room. No pants, just holding a shredder. Just... Someone's coming into 319. Oh, I love Bob, man. That's my buddy. Oh, he's my favorite. I love that guy. But yeah, I haven't done anything. I'm just not, and I should be more excited, but this has been a long trip. This one started on Tuesday. I started in Richmond, Virginia, and then went to Virginia Beach, and then Myrtle Beach, and now here. And even Monday I was home, but the Sunday I was in Raleigh and then Columbus. So like I was home for one day, and my wife's like, I miss you. And I'm like, me too. Bye. And then I left again, and I'm so tired. I'm just in a hotel. I don't remember what floor I'm on. I've eaten at so many Paneras this week. So many, because I want to eat healthy, and I don't know if it is, but it seems like it is. Like there's a salad, and they're like, you want a loaf of bread with that? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I guess. So I'm just there eating a salad and a loaf of bread and a coffee, just because I don't want any of this to make sense, and just sipping. And I don't know if you guys eat at Panera's as much as I have this week. Do they have the most elderly employees of any fast food establishment? Every other fast food place is like teenagers work in there, and every Panera I've gone into, like, can I help you? And I'm like, what are you doing here? They closed the library. What is going on? Oh, and they look so confused. They got the iPad over there, and they're like, do you have a rewards number? And I'm like, I don't. Like, thank God, because I wouldn't know what to hit if you did. Tell me you're paying in cash. Please tell me you're paying in cash. And Panera's a real hit or miss. Like you go to a good one, and you're like, I like vegetables. And then you go to a bad one, you're like, I'll never eat a tomato again. That was the worst thing. No, that one's been on the floor. No, I've been enjoying it. It's been a lot. I was in Myrtle Beach before I came here, and I made the drive here from Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach, not that far away, like 3.5 hours, I think the drive was, and pretty much another planet compared to Charlotte. Like, oh my God, that is Republican Disneyland out there. It's wild. It's just golf and fireworks. And free. I think you can drive drunk there. I think you can, as long as you don't break the speed limit. They're like, we'll allow it. Welcome to Myrtle Beach. It's freedom, baby. At 30 miles an hour. All right, they got one speed limit. It is 30. But I like it. I like the train. I like going around, seeing different people and seeing different stuff. It's been a whirlwind this week. I flew from Virginia Beach to Myrtle Beach because that was like a 5-hour drive, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I flew, but I flew American, which I don't normally fly American. I'm a Delta guy. I'm not trying to split the room here. I know where we are. We're in Charlotte. This is American Airlines country, and I'm just a Delta guy. That's all. We made our decisions when we started flying. And you can't go on both teams because you're trying to collect the points and you're trying to make it to the top. Like I have a Delta. I'm a Delta Diamond Medallion. That's as high as you can get on Delta, which isn't an accomplishment. Like I thought it was when I was gold. I'm like, I'll get up there. Then I was like platinum. I'm like, I'm going to get up there. Now I'm diamond. And all it means when you're at the top is that you don't see your family. That's all that means. If you ever meet someone that's the top tier of whatever airline, that means that guy is a stranger when he comes home and his phone doesn't remember the Wi-Fi. All right? That's... You know how long you have to be away to where your phone's like, we don't know this Wi-Fi. I'm on the road a lot. But I had to fly American, and I normally don't like to fly it. I've done it in the past. I don't like it because they make you connect in Dallas-Fort Worth. And I don't know what DFW stands for other than you're spending the night at a Holiday Inn. I've been stuck in Dallas-Fort Worth, and it's not even American Airlines' fault. It's just they have weather there. They have thunderstorms, and the airplanes don't work. And in the thunderstorms, they're like, we can't do that. It's too much. And I've been stuck there multiple times. The last time I was stuck there, I was with my wife. She was like, let's go American. And I'm like, I've been stuck in Dallas too many times. Let's not do it. She goes, let's just go. Let's do it. And then we did it, and we made the flight. We made the connection, hopped on the plane. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't say it out loud, just in my head. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get the hell out of Dallas. This has never happened before. And as soon as we all sat down, everyone started getting alerts on their phone from American Airlines with a rescheduling for tomorrow morning. And everyone's like, oh my, everyone started grumbling and yelling. And then the flight attendant got on and she's like, hey, I've been hearing a lot of like the flight's been rescheduled. Just so you guys know, we haven't gotten word of that. So as far as we know, we're going. And everyone's like, woo! Broke into an applause break. And then like 3 seconds later, we just got the alert. We are staying in Dallas. And everyone cried. And they shipped all 150 of us to the same Holiday Inn Express, and we're all just in line. And it's the night shift at a Holiday Inn Express. That check-in person's like a ex-con, and that's why they put him on the night shift, because it's the easier shift. There's not a lot of traffic. So that guy's like, what? Oh, I don't even know how to make keys. Like, that guy's got to make keys. And so now we're in the line 150 deep, and I'm not making this up, the fire department showed up. The fire department showed up while we're in line, and he's like, and they're like, hey, is someone stuck in the elevator? And the guy at the front desk is like, what? And he's like, we got a call that someone's stuck in the elevator. He's like, I don't know, I got keys to make. He ignores the fire department. They go around the line, go to the elevator, bust it open. There's 2 people that were stuck in there. And we couldn't we had to take our luggage up 4 flights of stairs because the elevator's on the fritz. And that's why I don't fly American. And because I've had that story too many times. But I had to fly it because I was trying to get from Virginia Beach to Myrtle Beach, and it was the best situation. And I was so nervous the night before I was FaceTiming my wife. I'm like, I gotta fly American Airlines. And she's like, what's wrong with that? I'm like, I'm Delta. She goes, so? And I'm like, they don't know me. They don't know my preferences. They don't know who I am. I'm worthless to them. I got my ticket. I'm zone 6. What the hell does that even mean? I didn't even know it went up to 6. What am I, sitting down below? Where am I going? I was so nervous. And I had to check my bag. I got my big suitcase with all my merch and stuff that I sell. And then I went to go check my bag in, and they're like, that's $40, which normally for Delta, I get it for free because I'm a diamond, whatever. And I understood that, and I'm like, there's my $40. And then I weighed it, and they're like, oh, it's overweight. And they're like, it's going to be an extra $100. So it cost me $140 to check my one bag. And I was like, okay. And then as I was leaving, I was like, wait a second, my flight cost $92. And I ran back, I'm like, excuse me, can I buy my bag a seat? Is that... like, that should be an option. Why is it cheaper up there? Let me buy my fat bag a seat and I'll strap it in. And they're like, that is not how it works. So... It's been a situation. It's been a whirlwind. I've been enjoying myself. I don't know what people think of being on the road is like. I think sometimes people think it might be glitzy. They're like, oh, it must be so fun. You must be out every night. Woo! No, I don't do that at all. I think the one almost fun thing I did was after the Myrtle Beach show. I was like, this is fun. So at the hotel, I got a little bottle of Pinot Noir, you know, the baby bottles of Pinot Noir, and I got a bag of beef jerky. And I went up to, that was the after party. It was me in my underwear sitting crisscross applesauce, just plowing beef jerky and chugging red wine out of a bottle while watching pro wrestling on YouTube from 20 years ago. And I'm like, I've made it. This is just how I thought it would be. And the next morning I woke up with a bellyache. That part of my life has changed. That has changed. Last week I was working in Raleigh, and the kid that was opening for me, he was 21, and all weekend he was pushing the cheeseburger on me. He's like, this club makes an excellent cheeseburger. And I never ordered it on the last day. He's like, are you going to get the cheeseburger? And I'm like, I can't. So I'm flying home tomorrow. I got a buddy in town, and I'm having a cheeseburger tomorrow. And I just remember him looking at me so confused, like, what does tomorrow's cheeseburger have to do with today? And I'm like, oh, it has a lot to do, all right? You get to a certain age, you gotta plan out your burgers, all right? If I'm having a burger on Sunday, I gotta eat salads for the 3 days leading up to that. Otherwise, my wedding ring won't come off, okay? This is my salt barometer. I can tell how I'm doing with sodium, depending on how flexible my wedding ring is on my little phalange here, to steal a word from Bob. You caught that. I like it. But yeah, it's so I'm trying to be healthy. I'm doing my best. I went to the gym. I quit pretty quick. I just don't have the motivation anymore. I don't know, like some people have it. Some people are like, and I'm like, come on. You know? Like I went, I got dressed, I looked in the mirror, I'm like, that's fine. And I left. You ever have that? You're like, I'm gonna get a workout, and I'm like, I don't know if that mirror's telling the truth, but that looks good to me. See you later. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. I've been keeping up with the news. I've been trying to do that. I don't know if you guys were raised the way I was, but I remember all my teachers in school were like, keep track of the news, because that's how you stay informed. And now I've been keeping track of the news, and the headlines are so wild, I'm like, I don't think this is good for anybody. None of it makes any sense. I read this week. I read that North Korea sent soldiers to help Russia invade Ukraine. That sounds made up. But apparently it's true. Do you have any idea how crazy that is? Like, especially, imagine you're a North Korean soldier. You live in North Korea. You probably don't even know that there are other countries. All you know is North Korea. Like, North Korea, Kim Jong-un, he doesn't poo. That's all you know. And then they ship you out to another country. You're like, what the hell is this? And then some Russian guy in Russian's like, attack that guy. And you're like, that guy? Yeah, that guy. Don't shoot this way. Shoot that way. Don't shoot this way. Like, oh, you guys look the same. But all right, I guess you guys look like you could be related if they gotta like pantomime that way. But not so much this way. And then I read that South Korea is now supplying weapons to Ukraine to fight the North Korean Russian invasion. And I'm like, is North and South Korea having a war in a neutral location? This feels like the Super Bowl. This feels like Ukraine is hosting the Super Bowl of war. And they're like, it's neutral, no home fans. Like, this is open to everybody. It's insane. It's crazy. Trump was on Rogan. I watched that for a few minutes, and then I'm like, he's talking too much about The Apprentice, and I turned it off. That's the world we're in, man. Joe Rogan is now Barbara Walters. Like, that's 20 years ago, it was Barbara Walters. Tell me about your policies. And Rogan's like, hey, you ever had elk? Dude, elk meat? And you're like, that's who we're interviewing. The presidential. Oh, I'm so glad we're almost getting to the election, because I'm tired of these emails, man. I get an email every 4 seconds. We're gonna do it. I just need more of your money specifically. And you're like, how are you panhandling harder than the homeless people outside? They don't bother me as much as you. Oh, man, it's so hard. And it's fun. It's fun to bring up the election in a swing state because you can feel the tension. Like, right? You could feel it, right? It was, Everyone's trying. Oh, yeah, there's one of them right there. There's another one over there. And start scoping them. Wow. now it feels like a meeting, all right? The head poobah is here. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with the next. Oh, wow, there's so many people. The fire marshal doesn't know about this. I didn't realize how many people were jammed onto the left. You're like, whoa, wow, okay. I hope nobody has to pee ever in that area. I like it. It's my first time here, the Attic Comedy Club, and I like it when comedy clubs have a name that's spot on. There's no surprises. You're like, we're going to the attic. There will be stairs, all right? I hope no one showed up and went, stairs? Really? It should have been a dead giveaway. This is wonderful. It's my first, I don't know this neighborhood. It looks like you guys are trying to decide which way you're going to go with it. I don't know, I'm not here to judge. I just did a couple laps and I'm like, yeah, okay, whoa, all right, yeah. It's very, like the mayor just kind of went, I don't know, man, whatever. Just do what you feel. So it's good. I've been to Columbus before. I think I did a show at a church. I think that's where it was, the Rivers Crossing Church, maybe. It's like a big-ass church, and that's not how it was advertised on Google. It's big. It was very big. I was surprised. And I think that was in Columbus, or just outside. But it's good. You guys are named after Christopher, probably? Maybe? I love that you don't know. I love that. You guys are like, are we? He just checked with his wife. He's like, are we? Is that... Christopher? There's also a Philip, isn't there? Good old Philip Columbus. He's the first one to bring agriculture to Ohio. Good old Philip. I like Christopher. Wait, I forget how we feel about him. You guys ever do that? You ever remember someone from history and you're like, wait, did he get canceled after death? If you get canceled 500 years later, that's, you did your best for what? If they didn't know for 500 years, and then they're like, wait a second, he was the guy that found out the Earth was round, 500 years ago. And then up until 10 years ago, someone with a YouTube page was like, it's actually flat. I don't know if you guys know that. That's an argument now. There's people that are like, no, it's flat. And you're like, that's so, oh man, what an idiot Columbus is. How did he get over there? He went to the middle part. That's how. Anyway, it's very good to be here. I had a very weird day. I woke up I went to sleep at midnight. I tried to go to sleep early because I had an early flight, but my wife's like, really? We're not going to watch TV? And I'm like, yeah, we're going to watch some TV. So we watched Only Murderers in the Building. Yeah, love that show. Love it. I just want to dress like Steve Martin. That's my only goal. Steve Martin in that. Do you know how he dresses? I love that show. I think that's the life goal of all of us in this room. We want to live in an apartment and not have a job. They don't have a job. I don't know what their jobs are on Only Murderers in the Building. Of just not murdering people. I guess they make enough money to do that. But Steve Martin looks so damn classy, and I'm like, I want a little piece of that. Just the attire, not Steve Martin. And as soon as I said it, I was like, whoa, I'm coming in really hitting on Steve Martin. But so we stayed up late watching that, and then I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the airport. So I don't know if I really... Do you ever do that, where you go to sleep so late and wake up so early? You're like, I don't know if I even fell asleep. It was one of those where I think I just blinked too long. Was that a dream or a thought? I don't know. And that's what happened. The Lyft picked me up, and I went to the airport early because I got a new credit card that lets me into the lounge. So I go to the airport an hour early so I can get those free eggs. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting this credit card. And it's not even, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a lounge. It's fine. You know, I think the only good part is they don't let kids in there because, you know, no one wants to waste their free pass on a kid. So it's just no kids in there, but the food is just food you would get. It's free breakfast from like a hotel. You know, you ever stay at like a Fairfield Inn, and then you're like, whoa, how do they get those eggs that sweaty? It's a lot of that, but I feel like I'm being treated better because I have a purple credit card. And they're not allowed in here. So I went early, I got the sweaty eggs. And I hopped on my flight and got to Cleveland, and I didn't realize that that's not close. I do my own routing, and I have a show Sunday in in Sandusky, and then so I'm like, that's also not near? Wow, I really messed this whole thing up. My wife laughs at me so much because I'm so disorganized. She's like, wait, you're not going on no sleep, and do you have a long drive when you land? And I go, no, it's Columbus, Christopher and Cleveland, they know each other. They're right there. Don't worry about it. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, do you have everything set up? And I looked. No hotels booked. Nothing. That's who I am. And I'm just last second like, I need a place to stay in Columbus. And so then no sleep, hop in a rental car. And I just want a coffee, because I'm about to kill everybody on the highway. Because I know I'm one of those people. I won't just crash myself and be like, let's take that minivan out. So I just saw Starbucks on one of the freeway come off over here situations, and the advertisements. So I pulled over, got in there, and there's like a line. And when you're in public and you're like, people can tell that I haven't slept, and I'm just kind of waddling like this. Have you ever been intoxicated while not being intoxicated? Just kind of that. It was that lack of sleep that I was telling my order to myself in my head before it was my turn, so I wouldn't just go up there and go, huh. It was one of those. So I'm in my head going, you're going to get a bacon, egg, and Gouda sandwich, and you're going to get a sweet cream cold brew. That's what you're going to get. So I'm just standing there going, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And I know me, and I know my face was showing it to everybody else. So everyone's just standing there. I'm just looking. I was so ready. I had the order memorized in my head. I'm holding my credit card. That's how ready I am. I'm not gonna dig around. That pair of shorts had a zipper on the pocket. I'm not messing around with it. I'm holding my credit card, going. And then it's my turn, and the lady behind the counter goes, ooh, are you paying with credit card? I'm like, uh-huh. And she goes, our system is down. You can only pay through the app or cash. And I went, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. And she threw me for a loop with that, because I'm like, we didn't plan this, And she just said, you can't, I don't, And I just remember I paused for way too long. And then I finally said, I don't have either of those things. And she goes, I'm so sorry. And I went, okay. And then I waddled out of the Starbucks to go drive more. I had never been in a situation like that before where it was so bizarre, because it was like, I felt like I was in no man's land, because it was like the most modern way to pay, like through an app, which I'm like, I don't have the Starbucks app, or like I'm buying heroin in an alley, just cash. And you're like, nothing with this? Venmo, PayPal, anything. I don't know. So that was that, and then I finally made it to the hotel, checked in. I slept from like 11 to 3, And then I got up, went to go work out, which was cool. Went to the old hotel gym and did a half hotel gym workout. And I don't know if you guys ever work out at a hotel, but when someone else comes into the hotel gym, that you just hate that person forever. You're like, what? You too? Like, there can't be two lonely people at this hotel, you know? And so there's another person there, and I'm like, I hate you. And afterwards, I went to go get a salad at the bistro. It's a Courtyard Marriott, you know, which I like the Courtyard Marriott because they have food there that you can buy, and they have a Mediterranean grain bowl. I stay at a lot of Marriotts. I know the menu. I don't even look. I don't have to do the, I'm like, Mediterranean grain bowl, chicken, please. And they gave it to me, and I went up to my room, and they gave me a spoon and a knife. And I ate my salad with a spoon and a knife like a psychopath. Like I think that's how serial killers get ready for their evening's activities. They sit there and eat a salad with a spoon. Go, oh, I'm gonna kill someone good tonight, you know? And I was just, that's what today's been. That's what today's been. It's just been, you can't get a coffee, here's a spoon for your salad. And as soon as I got up here, I looked at the stairs, I'm like, that's right, the attic. All right, yeah.